Hey, hey, my joyful people. It's Kimberly. Hope things are going well for you. This is Share the Joy, where health and wellness meets passion and purpose. I am so excited to come to you today with part 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3 of the body clock. And I appreciate all of you who have watched this series and have forwarded on to people. It's awesome. So today we're going to talk about what happens more in the middle of the night, more towards the evening hours into the middle of the night to the morning. Because we talked about from 5, of course, until about 5 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. But now we're going to talk about 5 evening to 5 a.m. And it's exciting. So from 5 to 7 p.m., we're working with the kidneys, okay? So bladder, things like that. Blood is filtered in the kidneys, and it works to maintain proper balance in the body. It's the perfect time at that point in time to have dinner between 5 and 7 o'clock. And it's activated circulation due to walking or getting a massage are a great time. So I know a lot of times we'll schedule our massages for the middle of the day or the morning. I'm gonna take these off for a second because I can see better my reading. I'm getting old. So it's a better time to get a massage in the evening when circulation is high and the kidneys being able to push that through the system, circulatory system. So, and then stretching is also good at that time. Hey, Reginald, so good to see you. And hey, Shantae, good to see you too. So the subconscious thoughts that you might be experiencing at that time are fear and terror. So if you have any kind of fears or things that are coming up, you might want to look at cleansing the kidneys. Doing something dandelion root tea or milk thistle, things like that, okay? Also sweet potatoes, eating a sweet potato. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the morning. All right, so from 5 to 7, we have, like I said, the kidneys. Now, gotta turn my page. From 7 to 9, it's the circulation or the circulatory system when nutrients are carried to capillaries and to each cell, all right? So just remember that you have circulation happening. So it's what we call the pericardium system in the body. And so it's the perfect time to read. So remember, we have dinner, we need to kind of like relax, bring the body down. Perfect time for light reading. Avoid doing mental activities, high stress activities mentally that cause you to have to overthink. A lot of times it's hard for us to wind down and to get ready for bed. So it's also a time when you might have a hard time expressing emotions, okay? So that's one of the things to understand. For those of us who are married and relationships and all that, adults, perfect time to have sex or to conceive. That's from 7 to 9. Now, I don't know what married folk out there from 7 to 9, that's possible with kids and all of that. But hey, I'm just telling you what's best for your body. Conceiving, maybe you haven't had them yet, but once you do, that's not the perfect time. Maybe that's TMI, but I'm just letting you know. You know, I keep it real on this one. All right, so from 9 to 11, you have what we call the triple heater or endocrine system. That is what's happening. And this is where homeostasis is adjusted in the body. And homeostasis is balance, where we're finding balancement in the body. And the enzymes in our body are replenished. So it's recommended to get your body to go to sleep at this time. And I know going to bed at 9 o'clock is probably unrealistic for most people, but if you can get in bed around 10 o'clock at the latest 11, hey Kim, good to see you, at latest at 11, this is going to be best for your body to conserve energy. And one of the things that I will tell you at that point in time is that sometimes you might be experiencing paranoia or confusion. Those are some of the things that can happen at that time. And if you are, then we want to think about our hormone balance. Okay, so that's what the endocrine system is, big word for the hormone system, the hormonal system. So remember, we should be going to bed about 9 to 11, somewhere in that time frame if possible. And 11 to 1, that's our gallbladder. That's when the gallbladder is going through its changes, and the body should be at rest by 11 o'clock, if possible, in order to feel energized the next day. So that's when the yin energy, which is male energy, fades, and the yang energy, which is feminine energy, begins to grow. And the yang energy helps to keep you active during the day. Okay, so if you're not getting proper rest, if you're not sleep from that 11 to 1, and trust me, I've fallen into that category where you stay up late trying to do things, you're not going to feel energized the next morning. So That's just something to understand. And one of the things that you may be experiencing at this time, if you're up at that time of night, is resentment. And you might have to deal with some of those things. And so the gallbladder, doing a gallbladder flush, things like that could be helpful. Remember, consult your doctor for all these flushes and detoxes and all that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you what could be happening in your body systems different times a day. So 1 to 3 a.m., this is a really important time that you guys should be, or I should say you all, my crew, everybody, we should all be asleep, is from 1 to 3, and that's the liver. And the body should be asleep because it's when toxins are being released and fresh new blood is being introduced and made into the body. So if we're awake, we might have too much feminine energy, that yang energy, so it keeps us up and excited, because remember the gallbladder happened and the yang was coming back in to give us energy for the day, but it's activated too soon. Or you may have problems with your liver or the detox process and pathways. So thinking about a liver detox, cleanse, that kind of thing. Also, it can be emotionally linked to anger, frustration, and rage. So if you're feeling angry or frustrated about things, we might need to deal with the emotional side of what's going on, or we might need to deal with the liver. So remember, if you're more of a person who's apt to fix the physical, try to fix the physical, which may fix the emotional. If you're more of a person to fix the emotional, it will hopefully help your physical problems. All right. And then from 3 to 5, can you believe we're already there already, are our lungs. And this is when we should still be asleep, from 3 to 5. If you wake up at this time, try to do exercises, breathing exercises that soothe the nerves. Hey, Christine, so good to see you, to soothe the nerves. And so I did I think a Facebook video I did, and it's also on my YouTube channel on breathing. So go on over there and check it out. I talk about how to do deep breathing, how you can count, and you can just do that laying in bed, which will calm the nervous system, and your parasympathetic nervous system can kick in, and you can have more of that rest and digest feeling that's going on in the body. So the body should be kept warm to help the lungs to replenish with oxygen. All right. So that means we don't need to be cold sitting in our bed, nice and warm. And the emotions that you may be feeling during this time, especially if you wake up, could be grief and sadness. Hey, Elizabeth, so good to see you. My high school and middle school, I should say middle school friend. So good to see you on the call. So remember, grief and sadness are connected to that. All right. So we went through all of those. If you're just coming in, check the replay out. Trust me, I go through everything from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Remember, we should be waking up between 5 and 7 a.m. And we're going to kind of just, if you're sleepy when you shouldn't be, or if you're awake when you should be sleeping, then understand that you need to look at your meridian, like what part of that body. Remember, there's the 12 meridians that I just talked to you about, from your liver to your lungs to your pericardium to your gallbladder to everything that we talked about, kidneys, all of that, right? So when you look at all of those different body systems, if something is going on with one of those systems, then we may need to address it, give it some love. So an example is if you get sleepy at 5 to 7, which is in relationship to your kidneys, that's PM, then your solution is maybe have a sweet potato for breakfast, because that can help, or to drink some milk thistle to help with the kidneys. Also, if you're up at 2 a.m. with your liver, you may want to do a liver detox or to deal with the anger issues like we talked about. So let's really recap really quickly from today. Kidneys are from 5 to 7 p.m., and that's where we store nutrients, build bone marrow, and eat dinner. All right? So those are some functions and things we should do. Pericardium is the protection mode that our body is in. Light reading, sex, self-care, and self-love should be happening between 7 and 9. And that's like getting ready for bed and doing your ritual to wind down. Triple burner is from 9 to 11, and that's the endocrine system. So think about all of the things: metabolism, balancing, getting sleepy, all of that. So you want to try to be in bed and sleep by 11 p.m. if we're talking about our body's natural clock. Now, of course, you can go and rage against your body's natural clock and feel the wrath of that. But if you want to live in a way that is harmonious, that is a great thing. I have been trying my best to get in bed by 11 o'clock at the latest. I do wake up at 5 most mornings. So that body clock, I know that's not a lot. I'm trying to push back to 11, but when you have kids and all the other stuff going on in life, sometimes 10 o'clock is a little bit harder, but it's a goal. Gallbladder is from 11 to 1, and that's when you should be asleep. It releases bile, the cell repair, and it builds blood cells, okay? From 1 to 3, we have our liver. That's also, we should be in deep sleep by that time, and it's the detox of the blood and to rest and recover. So that's rest and recovery. Very important to be asleep by 1 and 3. And then from 3 to 5 a.m., that's our lungs. Should still be in deep sleep. That's where you may experience more REM, dreams, memories come into play, and you detox your lungs. So I hope that was helpful for those of you who hung in here and for those who are watching the replay. Understanding your body clock. Remember, this is the 3rd of my 3 series, and I hope that you have enjoyed that a lot. So I am going to come in with another video for something that I really am excited about. A friend of mine who has created a product, and I have a special gift for everyone. So hang tight. I'm going to start another video, and I hope that you will come back and enjoy and see what I have to offer, because it's so exciting. All right. Peace and blessings. Remember to share the joy. Send this out to someone. Let them know all about it. Give it a thumbs up or a heart if you can. And then that way people will see it, and maybe this can help them understand why they have certain things going on, or why they keep waking up in the middle of the night or getting sleepy at a certain time of the day. All right. So peace and blessings. Thanks again for all that you do. And remember to share the joy and do all things with joy. Bye-bye.